I think that TikTok's collecting just as much data as, or maybe even less than Apple and Google, right? I talk about this in the podcast as well, in which I specifically stated that personally I can actually I can extract over 10,000 data points from an iPhone without any extra applications or anything installed, just on a bare bones iPhone that you just purchased, right? This is something that can, when you parse through all this data, there's so much that you can, like a profiles that you can build on someone. 10,000 data points, right? And how many are on TikTok? I don't know. I would need to analyze it, but I think that 10,000 is quite a large amount initially without any other input information, and that's just Apple. And then once you connect your Google account, it's exponentially larger. So
I
to say
was
that TikTok
trying.
is, yeah.
Now I was trying to consider how many like. Yeah, my bad. I was just I didn't mean to. But did you want to finish your thought?
No, well, I'm just saying that, like, to say that TikTok is like it's so much worse than.
I was going to argue that it seems kind of coordinated, maybe because of how much free shit and how good that shop is doing, and how much time people spend on there, how many businesses are on there now. So American livelihoods, it just seems like a company in China could be like, yo, infiltrate as deep as we can, as far as we can, give them as much incentive as possible. And then the crazy part, though, is whenever they try to like scrutinize him in court, like the CEO, he seems genuinely like, yo, America, like, stand up for yourselves. And I'm like, yo, that's genius, like psychological warfare, though. If
Yeah.
he was part of China, that's genius.
Well, I mean,
If he was to play into our own, like, it's your own detriment anyway, Americans, like, enjoy it. Enjoy your entertainment you love so much. It's not like you're learning anything. Go fight for your rights. That's
well,
how
I
it
mean,
feels.
that testimony that he gave where he said that, like, their TikTok is like censored over there, you know, and we're not censored. Look, the point of all of these apps is to gather as much data as you can, obviously, and then sell you something, and specifically TikTok, right? Like, gather as much data as you
It's
can.
deeper than that, though, bro.
You
I
think so?
think I think they want us to rely on them. So it's like, oh, you're just gonna get rid of us? It's like, do you know how bad that's gonna hurt your economy tomorrow at this point? Like, we're already so deep entrenched into your system. That's how crazy I think it is. The world's #1 website. We're downplaying it.
Yeah. Well, I think that, like, I don't use it like, most people probably do, like a lot of content creators and things like
Yep.
that. And but yeah, I mean, I'm on it every now and then, but some people, like, that is their livelihood. So I can understand them being upset. Like, that's how they make a living, right? And there's creator funds, etc. But people know what they're getting into, or they should know it, at least. Yeah, they're
You
all.
wouldn't say the same phrase over and over again if you were making bands.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say it, if I was making, that kind of, like. But yeah, I mean, if you want to sponsor this podcast, and this podcast is brought to you by Cooler Hydration.
I would probably do like the actual app we're recording in right now, but I would cut if I'm gonna do that. Anyways,
Yeah, look, it's people should obviously, yeah, it's Chinese. That's what they do, is collect data, because in the Chinese Communist Party, their goal is to control, the population with information, control their information and control their livelihood to the extent that they have social credit scores, and based on your online activity and what you are actually, how you're conducting yourself, that's going to affect your social credit score, which is going to affect the fact that you can't go into specific restaurants, or you can't buy a train ticket. You can't, those kinds of things are definitely important, and that's how it works over there. I remember back in 2022, I was talking to someone, when I found that spyware was inside of that Olympics app, which was a huge controversy within, InfoSec, which ultimately, yes, spyware was found in that Olympics app, and it was removed. And Senator Ben Sasse specifically said, their team of computer scientists and professionals had ensured that that spyware code from iFlyTech was removed from the application, and then the application was reintroduced into the App Store. So this was said on the news, and of course, yes, it was. Whenever researchers tried to go back in and say, "Oh, Jonathan, you're wrong," they couldn't find the spyware app. They couldn't even find the code for iFlyTech at all. It was completely gone. Now I say this because I was talking to someone at that time, 2022, in which they said, "This is normal. This is normal for us. What's the problem?" And I remember sending him a message back, something to the effect of, "Wow, I'm sorry that this is normal to you. Sorry that this is like you being monitored 24/7 on an application is normal to you."